Hello, how's it going? So, recently I have started studying Italian here in Duolingo on my phone. I've always wanted to learn Italian, but for whatever reason, I always found something else to do. But this past 2 weeks, I'm like, that stops now. So I installed the app and I started learning. And at first, it was really fun, because like you don't know the language. But the thing is that Italian is really close to Portuguese, which I know because I'm Brazilian, right? And so after a while, the pace of the app was like a bit boring, It's like, well, okay, you teach me a word that is almost the exact same in Portuguese, like, I don't know, música or arte. And then I have to do like a bunch of exercises that are basically just the same thing over and over again. And I'll keep doing it because, it's nice to have that habit and get some learning done that way. But the way that I learned English, actually, well, I obviously went to school very early. Hang on, this camera is... I don't know what's going on with this camera. It looks nice. Okay, so the way I learned English is that, well, I went to school since I was, I think, 6, I want to say, to an English school. But also I played a ton of games. And games, like, really, really helped me learn English because it's like a goal, right? So you want to play the game because you want to beat the game. And then someone's saying a phrase, you don't understand the phrase, you're like, wow, I guess I gotta learn. So I didn't have internet at the time, so I had this big Oxford dictionary. So I would like read something on my Game Boy. I'm like, what the hell is this word? I get the Oxford dictionary. Okay, it's this. And then I keep doing that, right? Okay. So now I'm learning the Italian, and it's 2025. So I think, okay, surely there is a Pokemon. I like Pokemon. RPGs in general, I think, are good for this because you want to have time to read a sentence. There has to be a story and everything. Like playing the Italian version of Sonic or Mario wouldn't do much for learning. So I chose a game that I haven't played in a long time, which is Pokemon Platinum. And sure enough, there is an Italian version of the game. So then I started to play, right? So this is me yesterday. Okay, I'm playing the game. And I'm playing the game not to actually beat the game, though I want to beat the game, but to learn Italian better. So I come to this guy and I talk to him. It says, okay, so I'll try saying it best I can here. So, si può giocare con persone di tutto il mondo senza usare fili. I think this means you can play with anyone in the world without using wires, which is because I think they have the wireless gameplay in this game for the first time. But let's say I didn't know what this sentence meant, right? Which has happened a ton. Like I played this game up until I think the second city, so not a lot. And then I don't understand, let's say, senza. What the hell is senza? So what I did yesterday was I stopped here. I open up Google Translate on the second monitor. I go there and type senza, and then, okay, it's this word. Maybe it's a bit of a more complex sentence, so I don't understand the phrase at all. So I have to type in the whole sentence and then read it. Okay, now I know what it means. Maybe I try to, register one word with the other word in the translation. And if I don't know how to say a word, for example, is it senza or senza? I don't know. So I can click the little the loudspeaker there, and the guy says the sentence in Italian for me. Great stuff. So okay, I'm playing the game, and then I'm trying to talk to other people and whatnot. So I run here, and I do know this girl who says a more complex sentence here. So this one, for example, quindi viaggerai per tutta la regione con I Pokémon. So you're going to travel throughout the whole region with your Pokémon. I think that's what it means. But then, quindi viaggerai, I don't know what that is, okay? So after enough times of me typing stuff into Google Translate, I'm like, that's enough. There's no way. We have ChatGPT and friends today. Surely someone has built something. So I started scouring the internet. I certainly found some projects. And I found one, I don't recall the name exactly, it's Game Kick or some such. And it worked really well actually. So basically you just like select a region on the screen and then it translates that in real time. But they're charging money for that, man. And it's not like it's an OpenAI key or some such, no, it's just like regular ass Google Translate, free for everyone, and they're charging credits for that. I'm like, there's no way I'm paying for this, man. There is no way I'm paying for this. So I open Claude. I'm like, Claude, we're gonna copy this app here. So check this out. By the way, the repository is going to be in the description down below, so you can like download this and do whatever you want. If you think my program sucks, which it does because I built it in 2 hours, then you're free to improve it. All right. Okay, so how does this work? So it's GameLingo. It's kind of like Duolingo, but for games. So clever name, right? I know. Okay, so first we're gonna... I had a problem because at first I was selecting like the whole text box, but for some reason Tesseract, which is the library I'm using in Python, was like detecting basically Q and C, for example, as being a single letter, and that was like terrible. So what I did, which I don't know, probably there's a much better way to do this, but quickly what I solved is that you can set several regions, and then you essentially build the sentence by concatenating the regions. So it's going to start here with set region. We're going to select the top part of the text box here, like so. I'm gonna select a little bit more just in case it's a big sentence, and then I'm gonna add another text box, which is going to be with add region here, and you can add however many regions you want, right? So if you have like a game that has 3-line or 4-line text boxes, well then there you go. We're going to select the second region here. I don't want to get the arrow. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to select the language. Evidently it's going to be Italian, a source, and English. I have tested Italian to English and Italian to Portuguese. Both worked very well. I have not tested with like Japanese or so. I have a friend that tested from English to Portuguese. It worked well as well. Maybe if you have a game that is in Japanese, it won't work. Who knows? I mean, try it. This is actually just like, it takes a picture of the screen. It throws it to Tesseract. It tries to OCR the thing into characters. And then you throw those characters to Google Translate API, and it translates the whole thing. I don't know how well it will like do it like kanji or kanji or katakana or hiragana or other alphabets. So try it. Let me know how it did work. I didn't try it. Okay, then you have two modes. You have continuous, which is like it's gonna keep trying to translate the text box every, in this case, 1.5 seconds. Which works. I don't like this mode actually. It's the first one that I implemented, but I don't like it because it kind of takes the learning part of the thing, which is what I like to do is I read the sentence and then I try to understand what it means by myself. And then if I don't know it, okay, then I want the translation. Whereas if the translation is continuously running, well then it's going to translate it before I can try it myself. I'm going to be tempted, to look at the translation. I'm going to learn less. So you can do the hotkey mode here, which is the one that I use, in which you can press a button to make the translation happen. So now you can come to configure hotkeys. You can use both your keyboard or your gamepad. Now I'm using a 8-bit to M30 here, which is a clone of the Sega Saturn pad. And I'm going to use the X button here for translation. So we're going to click here, translate. I'm going to select the X button as such. And then we're going to do with TTS, we're going to do the Z button, like so. There we go. Now we click save. By the way, the program is in Python 3.14, so it works in both Linux and Windows, probably in macOS as well, right? You just have to install Tesseract and UV, and UV installs the whole dependencies for you, so it should be good. And also there's the README, so you can read that, and hopefully it's sufficient. Okay, so then you click Start Monitoring. It's going to create this window here. And I'm going to move the window down here. I'm going to resize it a little bit. And then I guess we're good. So now I need to press a button to do the translation. So I'm going to press X. And there you go. So it says here, quindi viaggerai per tutta la regione con i Pokémon. Then you will travel throughout the region with Pokémon. Okay, that is correct. Good stuff. Now let's say that I don't know how to pronounce viaggerai, for example. Okay, no problem. So then I can press Z, and it's gonna go to Google Translate and basically click on the loudspeaker for you. So there we go.
Quindi viaggerai per tutta la regione con i Pokémon. Maggiore.
Yeah, the maggiore is just an artifact. We can ignore that. But the pronunciation was really good. Now, there you go. She says, sembra divertente, ammetto di essere un po' invidiosa. What does that mean? I don't know. So then I click X again. Sounds like fun. I admit I'm a little envious. Good stuff. How do I say that?
Sembra divertente. Ammetto di essere un po' invidiosa.
See? Very cool, huh? So yeah. And that's it. So you don't need to pay any money for this. There's no OpenAI key, there's no Anthropic key, it's just Google Translate free, okay? Project is MIT licensed, just go in there and download it if you want. But yeah, like, super cool. So I am, gonna go through Pokemon Platinum now in Italian, and I mean, I'm already learning quite a few words, man, because you see the same words over and over again. So I don't know if you want to learn, I don't know, Spanish, or Italian, or French, or Portuguese. But then there you go. Now you got an option. Okay? All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.